Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're going to be doing an article from our friend comicbook.com. So today from comicbook.com, we're going to be talking about Iron Man, specifically Tony Stark. So, the Avengers had failed Tony Stark when he needed them the most, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe paid the price. Okay, so Tony Stark dealt with a lot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe following the events from the Avengers, and when he needed his friends the most, they failed. And this is hot off the truck from a couple hours ago. Okay, so your first thought is probably like, okay, what's going on? So I'm going to be talking about this, so you can just you can sit back, you can relax, and you can hear me talk about this article. Without further ado, let's get back on topic. So arguably the most important character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Tony Stark, right? Yeah, of course. So not only did his first solo film kick off the world's biggest film franchise, but he also serves as a great role model for overcoming mistakes and being stronger for it. Tony was always a self-made man, but that didn't make him infallible, and as the Infinity Saga drew to a close, Tony needed his fellow Avengers more than he had ever before, and when they didn't show up, the universe had paid the price. Okay, so when Tony stopped the Chitauri threats in 2012, the Avengers, he changed forever. He never quite understood the magnitudes from the universe outside Earth, and that lack of understanding manifested into fear, which evolved into PTSD by Iron Man 3. Tony was scrambling to keep those around him safe from a threat that was still very, very far away. However, while the film would lead one to believe that a kid helped him get past his issue, the reality was all he did was teach him how to focus his fears into something constructive. Okay, so related to this article is Falcon Winter Soldier gets rated for violence similar to Daredevil. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Okay, so from that point on, Tony's life went through a major makeover, and he took his moniker of the mechanic to heart. He began to figure out how to fix the vulnerabilities of the world, like from the second Avengers, Age of Ultron, when he introduced sentient robots known as the Iron Legion. After finding bits of success, Tony took it a step further by creating the peacekeeping AI called Ultron. But however, this creation was just Tony's frantic attempt to keep the world safe. And when it backfired, it tried to destroy humanity, and he was ridiculed for it. Okay, so in reality, Ultron was just another attempt of Tony's to show his teammates he had a massive anxiety about the world's threats. Okay, so that's fine. But then, unfortunately, none of them noticed the signs, not even Pepper, and as it turned out, Ultron would be the first crack in what would become a massive rift for the Avengers. So Captain America Civil War, okay, so saw Tony push for Sokovia Accords to ensure that they would always be the heroes around to save the day. However, his trust was broken entirely due to the secret that Captain America had kept from him regarding to the death of his parents, which left him alone in the world with nothing to fix. Related to this article, Falcon and Winter Soldier merge reveals a major Civil War tie-in. We're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Okay, so when Thanos finally arrived in Avengers Infinity War, it proved that Tony's fears were warranted. By that point, there was no team left for him to tell to. But then Thanos ultimately succeeded in his plan. Tony lost nearly everything, so he accepted his defeat and began quiet life as a family man. But in truth, though, he felt abandoned by the people he cared most because they weren't there for him at the moment of that defeat. Being the self-made hero that he was, however, Tony took it upon himself to face his fears head-on from Endgame, even though his friends should have supported his mental struggle. He was forced to do it alone. Now, make no mistake, the Avengers are heroes in every sense of the word, but they're not perfect. When Tony said he needed Earth's mightiest heroes, they didn't assemble, and because of that, the world had paid the price. So there you go, guys. That is a little bit of some retrospective that I wanted to just kind of share on to you about Iron Man. So you can try to keep some of these ideas that he had in mind and try to relate that with your life. And hopefully, if you guys like this content, please hit a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't yet. And you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.